Good morning again. Angelo here, Director of Lambros Realty, broadcasting live on Facebook. Today we're going to talk about how to maximize your property's sale price. A fortnight ago I spoke of how to value your own home, so that will tie in with that. So basically what I want to talk about, it's a quick talk this morning, so I'm not going to go too far into it. There's also a checklist I have available that accompanies this talk, so you're more than welcome to email me and ask for that checklist, but I'll get into it. So I guess, maximizing your sale price, a few things you got to look at here. So firstly is setting a realistic asking price. Okay. I guess the notion of pricing above market price, anticipating someone to come in and pay the dream price you're after, I mean, look, it cannot be disregarded, but the chances of anyone doing so is highly unlikely. Basically, what you're doing, if you price yourself out of the market, you'll be doing a favor for everybody else, where yours will be used as leverage to sell other people's property, right? So the competition will love you because you'll get their home sold for a good price, where you will often sit there stale. So you want to make sure that you price yourself in the market and not out of the market. So I guess you need to accurately ascertain what your home's worth. Watching what I spoke of a fortnight ago on how to value your own home, use the tips I provided there, and also engaging a trusted local agent that obviously can advise you accordingly in relation to what the market's doing. Setting a realistic asking price really is one of the keys to achieving the high price for your property, okay? Because you're going to generate legitimate competition. So next thing I probably want to talk about is the presentation of your property. Now, when I say presentation of property, if you are thinking of selling and you're looking to spend thousands on renovations, I would certainly think twice in order before you do so. Often, if you spend the 50 odd thousand or whatever it may be to renovate your kitchen or bathroom, rarely will you get it back if you're looking to sell within a month's time. If you've got a plan of selling in, say, 3 years' time, well, that's different, because yes, it will help enhance value. In saying that, though, so will the inflation of the property market, and you will get your use from your updates. So renovating to sell, I would exercise with caution. I'm not saying don't do it, but what I'm saying is the chances of getting your money back are highly unlikely. You'll sell for a higher price, yeah, but dollar for dollar, I think you'll find you'll often go backwards. So when I talk about presentation here, I'm talking about getting attention to detail and doing the little things right. So, if you've got a mesh fly screen that's ripped, fix that. If you've got a letterbox that's on a slant, numbers not visibly showing, clean that up. Little things are what makes the world a difference. Get rid of the clutter. Have the house clean. Steam clean the carpets. Implement rugs to add a bit of color. But often you don't need to spend thousands on staging either. Depending on the house and depending on how, how trusted your agent is and being able to help with presenting for sale, maybe you may need a stager to help you out there. But look, at the end of the day, if you use a stager, I think they're often anywhere between $4,000 to $5,000 to hire furniture for 6 weeks, on a standard 4-bedroom house, which is a great solution as opposed to spending $50,000 on renovations. But again, that's a last case resort. It's presenting for sale is just have it neat, tidy. You don't want to make the job too easy for your agent. You want to make them work for it and prove their worth. So the other thing is the property profile, which is the marketing. So when I talk about property profile, I'm talking about using high quality images. Don't use a backyard camera. Make sure you have images that portray your property in its finest light, because really a picture tells 1,000 words. That's what's going to draw people in. The other thing, and a big part of marketing as well, is why you need to consider, and you need to be harsh and honest with yourself. Why will people buy your house as opposed to, the neighbors down the road? Because you're elegantly presented and have 4 large bedrooms? I don't think so. That description's written everywhere. So what I'm getting at here is, if you have a property that presents itself with a fantastic rental yield, talk about it, promote it. That's your marketing leverage. In conjunction with photos that present well, that's what you need to harness. There needs to be something unique, something, and this is where you engage an agent that also is a marketing expert, right? Not an agent that tells you they'll list you on real estate and domain and will have you publicly listed. Anybody can do that, but you need to understand who you're marketing to, and how that's going to get you the best price. Because missing out on your target market is negligence, and you'll often miss out on the highest price. The other thing, so I hope that makes sense there, guys. The other thing as well, and one of the understated elements that I think isn't given enough credit, is a negotiation expert. As I touched on before, agents are quick to talk about, we'll get you real estate, domain, the usual marketing portals. Anyone can do that. But the negotiation ability is really what it comes down to, and that ties in with the marketing expert. The two go hand in hand. So when you market to the right audience, you also need someone that can negotiate and really harness and obtain that highest price for you. So, make sure that when you are engaging an agent, or if you decide to sell by yourself or whatever it may be, you understand the principles of negotiation, which again is something I did speak about earlier in this series, which you can more than welcome to look back on that. But don't underestimate the power of negotiation. People will tell you they can negotiate, but put them to the test. That would be my advice. So, they're really the 4 things that the big things you need to look at when you want to maximize the highest price for your property. Other things to look at as well is you've got to look at, the supply and demand, basic economies of scale, because that'll have a big difference on, the price you get for your house too. So I won't go into that, because I did speak about that on our episode 9 on how to value your own home. But I do have a checklist that I've put together with 9 key points to help you present for sale to maximize your price. You're more than welcome to email me on info@lambrosrealty.com.au. You can call our office on 02-8628-7128, and I'll be more than happy to shoot off a copy to help with the marketing of your property for sale. So I hope that's helped you guys. In a fortnight's time, on Wednesday the 5th of October at Facebook Live again at 8 a.m, I'll be talking about, the great debate, auction or private treaty. What's best and why. So, that debate has been ongoing, and I'll hopefully settle the score in a fortnight's time. So, I will see you guys again on Wednesday the 5th of October, 8 a.m. Auction versus private treaty, bring it on. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Angelo, Director of Lambros Realty. See you guys.